welcome back to the Greater You. Today we've got some more good information for you. This one is designed to help you with that all-encompassing and huge process of developing your own sense of direction and purpose in your life. You know, our logo has a compass in it. We do a lot of coaching to help people find their north so that their lives are moving towards the direction they really want. So let's jump into our screen share and show you what our topic is for today. So visualize an archway that has a nice arch across the top, keystone in the middle, and then two pillars on either side. Today we're going to talk about those two pillars that make up the archway to walk through towards your sense of purpose. And these two pillars are discovery and creation. Both of these are absolutely necessary for being able to build that doorway or archway into you discovering your sense of purpose. The discovery part of finding our sense of purpose is where you really take some time to look at your deepest desires. You look at your talents, your inclinations, your interests, the things that you want, the things that you'd like to experience. What things are you great at, or would you like to become great at? What kind of like natural inclinations do you have? Things or talents or skills that come to you pretty easily, or that you find just a lot of joy in. Gina, one of our great coaches and us and my amazing wife, she shared a quote the other day about that basically alludes to the idea that doing stuff isn't to become always necessarily the best at doing things. It's to have the experience of learning things, and discovery really has that. It's exploring our interests, even if it's stuff that you're not great at. I mean, anyone can become better at something if you put in the time, effort, and training to get better at things. But that discovery pillar is so essential. And to also remember that when you're in the discovery pillar of finding your purpose, to find great joy in that experience of learning, growing, and discovering. We don't want an energy of have to. We don't want an energy of must. We don't want an energy of like stress and worry as you're going through the purpose process of building your archway to purpose. We want you to be kind of light and open and really working to discover your deepest desires. We have multiple exercises that our coaches help people with to help you do this. Pillar number one, from journaling to writing down all your want lists. Obviously, bucket lists can help kind of spark that, or talent lists. Great surveys like the VIA survey that you can find out in the world of positive psychology. That's the VIA survey. Can help you with that discovery. Clearly, those great anecdotal and really fun and interesting surveys like the Myers-Briggs and those things can help with that discovery. Personality inventories and so forth can help you figure out, what are my inclinations? What are my talents? What am I great at? What could I become great at? So pillar number one is huge. Self-discovery, discovery of desires, discovery of things that you want to start aiming towards. Pillar number two is the creation pillar. This is where you take those things that you begin to discover and you start thinking creatively around it. So for instance, say I don't know why this came to mind, you just pick up the idea that you want to get into pottery, right? This is one of my deepest desires. I want to become a master pottery maker, right? Which that's really cool, especially like pottery wheel stuff, super cool. So say that's in your discovery process, you realize that you want to become great at making pottery on a pottery wheel. So then we've got to think about the creativity around it. Not only you're going to be creating pottery, but the creation of like, what do I need to pull together to make it possible for me to start, becoming a qualified or great pottery maker? Got to get the potter's wheel, got to get some training, got to get some creativity going to figure out How do I afford my training? Where can I take classes? Can I just watch a bunch of online videos? Is it going to be a ton of trial and error? Of course it will. Where am I going to get my clay? So you're thinking about creating stuff and situations that'll help you with the discovery and help you move towards purpose. The other part of creation is you deciding your sense of purpose too. The discovery process helps you kind of figure out maybe what's already within you. The creation pillar also opens up the idea that you can really design your sense of purpose. You can join in that creation process. As a deeply spiritual individual myself, and a guy who's done a lot of spiritual counseling or even Christian counseling with many, many people over the years and coaching, I do recommend that if you are a person of faith, both of these processes, you need to be tapping into something greater than yourself to help you kind of discern and learn through this. Certainly, some people don't want to do that. And so they do this on their own. And that's all, everyone can kind of choose their own path on that. You can still do both pillars, right? What do you want to do with this? And what is the sense of purpose driving it? So if we go to the pottery example, the discovery process helped you figure out you want to become a great pottery maker and you want to go through that whole experience. The creation process, you were creating how you're going to do it, but then you also create your sense of meaning. It's probably tied into creativity itself, that you've got this artistic part of you that really wants to make something beautiful or functional or both or not, you know, some sort of pottery that is going to have your thumbprint on it and really look like something that you want to bring into being, right? And that sense of purpose is then realized when you start working at this and you start maybe giving your pottery away, and people are like, wow, this is really great. And maybe you go and start selling it at a local market or a farmer's market or something in your area. And you start getting some people that are like, wow, look at these pots. These are really great pots. And the sense of purpose then might be that you're fulfilling your artistic sense of creativity and that you're also doing something nice for people. You're creating a beautiful, functional object that they can bring into their lives, beautify their homes, and use for a bowl of soup or a vase for flowers or whatever else they do want to do with these different pots that you're making, right? Or things that you're making on the potter's wheel. What outcome do you want to create? Where is this going to lead you? Do you want to have your own pottery shop, or is it you just want to do this for your own creative outlet, which is completely fine as well? But you've built then a sense of purpose around becoming a pottery maker, right? And you've started that discovery and creation process. So there's multiple, you want to take these two pillars and apply them to different areas of your life and different senses of purpose that you have, because human beings have multifaceted lives. So these two pillars will show up in parenting. What is your, you know, when you're doing your discovery pillar in parenting, what type of a parent do you want to be? When you're doing the creative pillar, what kinds of creative things can you bring into your parenting style? So it can show up in parenting. It can show up in your career at work. This can show up in your general sense of purpose that guides you in your kind of day-to-day life. So these two pillars really help create those doorway walls that you can walk through to really build and aim at your sense of purpose. We recommend doing these couple of pillars first and walking them through, and then turn around and use our 5 foci or focuses exercise that you've seen broken down in other videos. And that'll help you take everything you discover and create in your sense of purpose here, and then boil it down into even more actionable steps. So there's lots of questions we listed for you under pillar number 1. Go ahead and take a stab at them and work at them and try them on your own. List them out, give yourself some answers, both pillars, creation and discovery. Write those down and then let us know what you discover. Let us know what you decide to create in you and in your life as you begin to move towards a more detailed and, profound sense of purpose and direction. So we've got our coaches. You see some names listed here: Stan, Amy, Jennifer, Dusty, myself, even Gina coaches at times. We all are here for you. Reach out to us. Our website is agreateryou.com, or put a comment in there in the comment section and let us know that you are in need or desiring to get some help in building your own archway to your sense of purpose. Clearly, the best way to utilize this two-pillar strategy: get with a coach, get your journal out, get to work, have them kind of facilitate asking the questions, you doing some brainstorming, and then building a plan around how to take your two pillars and to build that archway and to walk through it towards your greater sense of purpose. So there's that video for today. I hope that these two pillars will spark something in you to think about your own sense of purpose in life and to recognize that a person's sense of purpose is multifaceted. You've got family, you've got friendships, you've got career, you've got hobbies, you've got all these different areas of your life that you can have almost different, probably related and connected senses of purpose and archways that you can walk through. So that's it for this one. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what your thoughts are about this content. This two-pillar strategy is very deep and takes quite some time to kind of work through. So if you have questions about it, hit us in the comments section. Thank you for your time. We will see you in future videos. Have a good one.